Well, what a fiasco this is turning out to be. The cable guy was here, he hooked everything up, and he kept trying to get everything to work. The TV would work, the computer would work, and then it would time out, and she couldn't get on her different websites and her email and all that kind of stuff. And then he says, "Oh, it's an accounting issue. You're gonna have to call up. You're gonna have to call up accounting." And see, food for thought. Whenever you have somebody coming in to hook up your computers and stuff and your TVs and stuff. Mommy was going to leave me here by myself the other day after she said, "I'm going to be here, make sure everything works, make sure the computer gets hooked up, the printer gets hooked up properly, the phone gets hooked up properly, and she can get on the internet and all that kind of stuff." Then later she says, "Oh no, I don't have to do that. I can hook that up. Just make sure they leave the boxes and everything." And today I convinced her to come out here, and it's a good thing too, because when the guy was here, he first says, "Oh no, I can't hook this stuff up," and then as it went on, she would ask, "Okay, where does this go onto the modem and on the router and this, that, and the other thing?" So once he couldn't get everything hooked up, then she knew there was an issue. So she calls, and the lady tries to help her out, and then she tries to hook all this stuff up, and her router or whatever that she has apparently isn't working now. I don't even know where it is. I think it fried it or something, and so now she's having to have the guys come out here and replace some other certain box. I don't know what it is. So it's always a good thing to be here so that your computer gets hooked up properly, or your TV gets hooked up properly, and all that kind of stuff. And while he was here, remember the other day, I was the one to reroute all of this stuff, and the guy didn't give me any cable connections. And I said, "Can I have some cable connections for the garage? And I'll go ahead and screw those up there." He gave me a handful of these. Isn't that nice of him? He gave me, oh, look at all the ones I got left in here, and I've already put the other ones up. And I said, "Oh, you just screw those into the sheetrock and that's it? You don't put any plastic anchors?" "Nope, just screw that in." Well, when you screw it in, of course, it wants to spin on you, but hey, it is what it is. I put them in. He gave me some extra ones, so I'm going to keep these for if I ever need them. You never know. You might need them for something. And it's a good thing I didn't push this in next to the carpet, down below the baseboard, around that tight corner, around the tight corner here, around this tight corner, because I wasn't quite sure how much of this cable I could bend. And I asked him, and I says, how tight can I make this? And he says a 5-inch radius. And I'm like, huh? 5-inch radius? Well, you could take a piece that's 5 inches long and then make a circle out of it, and that's as tight as you want. And you know, I'm just gonna do like this, okay? If you're going around a corner, that's the piece that's already got the kink in it. If you're going around a corner, you want to be about like that, okay? You don't want to kink this. You don't want to take your cord and pinch it or something so you can get around a corner. So you're like that. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to pinch it like that. You're going to damage the inside wiring of the coaxial cable. You see? You want to have a continuous, nice little bend like that. So around my inside corner, so you know, when I come up off of the floor, I want to make sure I don't get a bend too much more than about like that. Does that make sense? And then on that inside corner, the same thing, like that. Now, granted, on this outside corner, I might have an issue. It might show up on the outside of the baseboard, but I don't really think it's going to if I do it just right. I think I can have it about like that. See, here's the cord here. As long as you get it tight to the base like that, and maybe just a little bit more if you want to get it underneath. See, I could leave it just like that, and leave it right down next to the carpet if I want, and I could use those clips and screw the clips in if you want to do that, you know. But I think I want to take some time and see if I can't push it in under there. We're going to be here for a few years, and you know, why not spend a little bit more time on it and get it done exactly right. So I'll start at this end, maneuver it around here, and then see he hooked up his splitter there. That's called a splitter. He's got all that, and one goes to the TV, one goes to the computer, and one's the main one. And I asked him to make me three feeder lines, 2 that were 6 foot long, and then 1 that was 20 foot long. So the guy who gave me all that, I just measured it out, and then I cut this. This is 20 feet long, and the guy put his nice little ends on it. And I may never use this, but if I decide to put the computer inside this little closet and make it into like a desk area for the computer, then I can take her 6 foot long piece that's hooked up to the computer and change it to the 20 foot piece. So I'm set for however she wants to set up this room. And I'm glad I moved the bed and did all that. I didn't want that showing up. I mean, that would have shown up over in here, and I could have seen it. Now granted, you have your nightstands. The nightstand, there's going to be one fitting over there, so it probably would have been okay, but then it would have been down further into the garage, and there was a big old beam post in here and stuff, and I'm not sure what was down in there. And anyways, we got it all finally. Other than the cable guy's got to come back, change out that her router box. And I think it's because maybe when they turned it on or something, they should have booted it up first, and they could have fried it. I have no idea. I mean, this just happened at our other place, and the guy shut the service off, even though they weren't supposed to, because we were supposed to come over to the condo. Well, then we changed it for another, a month later, but then on the tag, they never changed it, so they shut our service off at the house inadvertently. Oh, did that make Momi very happy? Of course it didn't. And then when they turned it back on, they should have had a tech come out, because the router should have been, or the modem, their modem should have been disconnected before they turned it back on. And when they turned it back on, they fried the modem. She still couldn't get back on. Then some service tech had to come out from the cable company, change out that box, reroute the wires, make sure everything was hooked up, and then it was okay. So all these different things for computer access and TVs. And see, I just got those little brackets up in there, and then I ran it along the garage. The light's not too good in here. I ran it along the top of the garage door, and then zipped over into that box and ran it down here. I put a blank plate on here, and the guys, whoever installed the plate stops here, and it continues beyond this for who knows why they did that. I have no idea. So there's no screws over on this side, but hey, it's in there, and everything's all good. After I get done painting, I'm going to end up painting in here one of these days after we get moved in. And then the hole where the coaxial cable goes into that blank plate, I can just throw some caulking in there. Okay, I'll do that because I don't want ants or bugs crawling up in there making a home down inside the wall or whatever. Okay, it's always good to do stuff like that. I even see where they have some conduit. They use a piece of conduit here as a raceway, and they even screwed it in. See that screw there? Look at that. So I don't know what's in there, and see, they didn't caulk that right there. It's no. I'm gonna go ahead and caulk that when I get all done. And see, I could have put that same type of plate over here with the hole. I could have drilled a hole in there, but because that was coming out how I showed you. I just kind of cut a notch in the sheetrock and kind of had it come angling out through there. Hey, what difference does it make? You know, all fine and dandy. And so I'm pretty much done with all my stuff. You know, when the cable guys come, I always got to be available, because for some reason, I have no idea, when he first plugged everything in, the breaker tripped. And it was on, which one was it? Bedroom plugs. And there's a test button on here, and this breaker tripped. I have no idea why it tripped. It came down here. If I wasn't here, they wouldn't have known what to do. And do you know what to do when you have a tripped breaker?